What's up, YouTube? It's Holiday here from Console Kings, and today I'm bringing you 5 tips on how to stay alive as a counselor when playing Friday the 13th, the game. Now, I see all these reviews going around, and people are saying that it actually sucks to be the counselor. I don't know what game they're playing, but that's not true. It can be just as fun to play as the counselor or the camp teenagers, whatever you want to call them, uh, just as fun as it is as playing with Jason. You just have to know what you're doing. So today I'm going to give you 5 basic tips on how to stay alive and escape as a camper or a counselor. So the first thing you want to do is you want to stay quiet. Okay, that's the first thing you want to do. So basically what that means is that if you don't need to talk on your mic, you shouldn't be talking because Jason can hear you when you talk. Now if you have walkie talkies, that's different. He can't hear you. But what tends to happen is that you'll have a group of 3, 2 guys that have walkie talkies, and the third guy is just in the area, so he can hear you talking over the walkie talkies. So he's joining in on the conversation. And basically what that means is that Jason can hear him talking, so he ultimately ends up finding all of you. So if you want to stay quiet, that's going to help you a lot. Second tip, crouch whenever possible. Okay? Crouching goes back to staying quiet. If you're running through the woods or you're trotting through the woods, Jason can hear that. He will hear your footsteps. You will be highlighted on the map and he will find you. So if you crouch, then there's less chances of him hearing you or him finding you. Another thing that crouching also does is it gives you your stamina back. So you know how when you're running and all of a sudden your guy he slows up and he starts tripping over every little twig or branch or whatever there is, in the woods, and you're like, man, come on, what is wrong with you? And he's acting all extra scared. If you crouch, you'll see your stamina bar fill back up, and then after a while, once it fills back up, you can start running again if need be, but only run when you have to. The third tip, don't be afraid to hide. People think that, oh, I have to escape. All the time, you're not going to be able to escape. That's just the game. You're not going to be able to escape every time. But what you can do is you can survive. So in order to survive, guess what? You got to be good at hiding. So if you don't make any noise, you use those first 2 tips that I gave you, and then maybe you hide under a bed and wait it out, and hopefully none of your fellow campers bring Jason to the whatever cabin you're in, then you can, run out the time and you can survive that way. It may seem like, that's kind of a sucky way to do it, but the object of the game is to survive. Whether you survive by time running out or whether you survive by, you get in the car and escape, or you take the boat and escape. Either way, you survive. So don't be afraid to hide. Fourth tip, take what the game gives you. So for example, if you spawn and you spawn next to a cabin and the first thing you find is a boat propeller, then you start looking for things, or you should need to start looking for things in order to fix the boat. Take what the game gives you. Now if you're looking for things to fix the boat and you run across a phone fuse and you know that the phone box that needs to be repaired is right next door, then forget about the boat and go with the phone fuse. Take what the game gives you. If it doesn't give you keys or car battery and things like that, don't try to scour the entire map looking for things to fix the car, because more than likely by the time you find those items, Jason has already found you, so you won't survive. Just take what the game gives you. Last and final tip, distracting Jason actually works. So for example, if you know that you go in a cabin and you search it and you see that there's a radio and you're getting ready to leave the cabin and go to the next one, I would turn that radio on. Turn that radio on and then leave. What will happen is that Jason will hear that and he'll think it's a person, and that'll buy you more time. Not only buy you more time, but buy the other campers more time. Other distraction techniques, If you find firecrackers, uh, anything of that nature, pick it up. Flare guns, pick it up. If you find a knife, a pocket knife, pick it up. Because what will happen is that if Jason actually finds you and he gets you in a chokehold and he's ready to do some type of execution move, you can stab Jason with that pocket knife. You can drop firecrackers, and this will actually stun him for a while. While Jason is stunned, run and hide. Find the quickest place you can get to and hide, even if it's a cabin right next door. Just hide. Because a lot of times, what will happen is after Jason recovers from his stun, he doesn't know where you went. He may go looking around at the next cabin, but he may not actually find you. And then what will happen is he'll give up and he'll hear someone on the other side of the map making too much noise, and he'll go ahead and teleport over to them and then start giving those guys a hard time or trying to kill them. So those are the 5 tips. Use those tips, and I guarantee you, not only will you have fun as a counselor, but you'll actually survive and escape a lot more.